People think beautiful places are meant for vacations, somewhere you escape to for a few days, take photos, and then return to normal life. But imagine opening your front door on a random weekday morning, no trip planned, no camera in hand, and the view still makes you pause. Not because you're on holiday, but because this is just where you live. Some towns don't lose their magic once the novelty fades. The streets are walkable, the scenery becomes part of your routine, and the views don't need weekends or time off to enjoy. They're just there, woven into everyday life. In this video, we're breaking down some of the most beautiful towns in US to live in 2026. Not just by how stunning they look, but by how livable they actually are. We're using real data, real housing numbers, and real lifestyle factors, and we're also being honest about the trade-offs that come with living somewhere this scenic. Because beauty is easy to admire, but beauty you can live with day after day is what really changes everything. Number 10, San Antonio, Texas. San Antonio is one of those cities that doesn't try hard to impress, which is exactly why it works. It's colorful, historic, and full of life without the constant pressure to feel trendy or overpriced. With a population of over 1.5 million, it's one of the largest cities in the country, yet it still feels approachable, like a big city that remembers how to feel human. The Riverwalk alone changes everyday life, turning simple things like coffee or dinner into something scenic instead of stressful. Housing is one of the biggest surprises here, with median home prices around $270,000, especially compared to nearby Austin, where prices have climbed past $450,000. Rent stays relatively manageable too, averaging around $1,250 a month, which means you can actually enjoy the city instead of just budgeting around it. The job market is steady, with strong demand in healthcare, cybersecurity, tourism, and military-related industries, supported by major employers like USAA and the San Antonio Military Medical Center. Unemployment remains below 4%, and long-term growth projections are solid. Add in more than 300 sunny days a year, major events like Fiesta San Antonio, and a food scene that takes tacos very seriously, and you get a city that's beautiful in a way that fits real life. Number 9, Key West, Florida. Key West isn't just a place you live, it's a lifestyle you slowly fall into. Everything about it feels slightly unreal, like a beach town turned up just enough to feel special without losing its charm. The island is small, just over 7 square miles, but life happens outdoors, which makes it feel larger than it is. Pastel houses, roaming roosters, and nightly sunsets turn ordinary routines into shared experiences. With about 26,000 full-time residents, the community stays tight even with millions of tourists passing through each year. The weather helps, with average temperatures around 77 degrees and no real winter to speak of. Living here is expensive, with median home prices near $980,000 and rents often around $3,000 a month, so this isn't a budget-friendly move. But Florida's lack of a state income tax eases some pressure, and many locals work in tourism, the arts, or remote roles that trade space for scenery. Unemployment stays low at roughly 2.5%, supported by year-round tourism. What really makes Key West beautiful is the pace. People talk to strangers, bikes replace cars, and sunsets are treated like a daily appointment. It's not practical, and it doesn't try to be. Key West is beautiful because it feels free, relaxed, and completely uninterested in rushing through life. Number 8, Portland, Maine. Portland is the kind of place that wins people over quietly. It doesn't rely on flash or scale, it just does the basics really well, and then adds an ocean view. With a population just over 68,000, it feels small enough to stay personal, but busy enough to stay interesting. The waterfront defines daily life here, whether it's fishing boats heading out early or people grabbing coffee with the harbor in view. Housing isn't cheap, but it's more reasonable than you'd expect for a coastal city this livable. Median home prices sit around $485,000, and rent averages near $2,000 a month, still far below places like Boston or San Francisco. Maine's lack of sales tax on groceries and clothing quietly helps stretch budgets. What really makes the city beautiful is how close everything feels. Islands, trails, breweries, farmers markets, and the historic Old Port District are all minutes apart. Summers are mild, winters are embraced, and the food scene punches far above what a city this size should be capable of. Number 7, Annapolis, Maryland. Annapolis feels like a place that accidentally stayed beautiful while the rest of the world got busy. It's Maryland's capital, but it feels coastal, historic, and calm in a way that's hard to fake. With a population around 41,000, the city stays intimate, and almost everything revolves around the water. Sailboats fill the harbor, sunsets stretch across the Chesapeake Bay, and even normal errands come with a view. Housing leans expensive, with median home prices around $590,000 and rents close to $2,300 a month. But you're paying for access, not just scenery. Washington, D.C. is about 30 minutes away, keeping job opportunities strong, especially with the U.S. Naval Academy anchoring the city. What makes Annapolis truly beautiful is how lived in it feels: historic streets, waterfront restaurants, and festivals that are part of daily life. Number 6, Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston is one of those cities that feels carefully preserved without feeling frozen in time. With about 150,000 residents, it balances historic charm and modern life better than most places manage to do. Cobblestone streets, pastel homes, and oak trees draped in Spanish moss give the city a postcard look, but this isn't a museum. People actually live their lives here. Housing prices reflect the demand, with median home values around $540,000 and rents averaging near $2,200 a month, though nearby areas like West Ashley and Mount Pleasant offer slightly more breathing room. The job market is solid, driven by tourism, healthcare, aerospace, and a growing tech presence, and unemployment stays low at roughly 2.9%. What really makes Charleston beautiful is the rhythm of daily life. Beaches like Folly and Sullivan's Island are a short drive away, farmers markets and festivals are regular weekend plans, and food here isn't just good, it's a point of pride. The city has history going back to 1670, but it still feels young thanks to a steady flow of students, creatives, and remote workers. Charleston works because it doesn't force you to choose between charm and opportunity. You get both, wrapped in warm weather and coastal views that don't get old. Number 5, Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu is what happens when city life and island life agree to coexist without fighting about it. It's a real metro with real traffic and real jobs, but it also happens to sit between turquoise water and volcanic mountains, which immediately changes your tolerance for minor inconveniences. With a population of around 345,000, it's big enough to feel alive, but small enough that nature never feels far away. Housing here is undeniably expensive, with median home prices around $830,000 and rents typically ranging from $2,400 to $3,200 a month. But that cost comes with some built-in trade-offs that people willingly accept. The weather barely changes, averaging in the mid-80 seconds year-round, and outdoor life is baked into daily routines instead of being a weekend reward. Job opportunities remain strong in tourism, healthcare, education, and the military, with unemployment hovering around 2.6%. What really makes Honolulu beautiful isn't just the beaches or the skyline, it's how normal life happens in extraordinary surroundings. You can paddleboard before work, hike after dinner, and still live somewhere with good hospitals, reliable infrastructure, and a strong sense of community. Honolulu isn't cheap, but it's one of the few places where the lifestyle actually explains the price. And for many people, that makes all the difference. Number 4, Aspen, Colorado. Aspen is the kind of place that looks unreal until you realize people actually wake up to this every day. Tucked into the Rockies at nearly 8,000 feet, it's surrounded by dramatic peaks, clean air, and scenery that makes even a quick grocery run feel cinematic. With a population of around 7,000, Aspen stays small, but it carries a global reputation that far outweighs its size. Housing prices reflect that, with median home values sitting above $3 million and rents often pushing past $3,500 a month, which makes it clear this is not an entry-level lifestyle. But Aspen isn't just about luxury, it's about access. World-class skiing in winter, hiking and biking trails in summer, and a packed calendar of cultural events like the Aspen Music Festival keep life active year-round. The local economy is driven by tourism, arts, and remote professionals who value lifestyle as much as income. What makes Aspen beautiful isn't just the mountains, it's how deeply nature is woven into daily life. People bike to yoga, hike before meetings, and treat the outdoors as part of their routine instead of an escape. Aspen is expensive, yes, but it's beautiful in a way that feels immersive, like the landscape is actively shaping how you live, instead of just sitting in the background. Number 3, San Francisco, California. San Francisco is one of those cities that refuses to blend in, even when it probably should for its own convenience. It's dramatic, hilly, foggy, colorful, and unapologetically itself. With a population just over 800,000, it feels dense without feeling overwhelming, thanks to constant breaks in the urban grind from ocean views, bay vistas, and parks woven into neighborhoods. Housing is the obvious challenge, with median home prices around $1.3 million and average rents near $3,300 a month, meaning living here requires planning or sacrifice. But San Francisco offers things few cities can match: world-class food, non-stop cultural events, and access to nature most urban areas can only dream about. You can walk through Golden Gate Park one moment and look out over the Pacific from Land's End the next. The job market remains strong in tech, biotech, and design, with high incomes helping offset costs for some residents. What makes San Francisco beautiful isn't perfection, it's contrast. Old Victorians beside modern towers, fog rolling in on sunny days, and quiet streets turning lively block by block. It's a city that challenges you, but if it clicks, it's hard to imagine living anywhere else. Number 2, Savannah, Georgia. Savannah feels like a city that figured out how to slow time without falling behind. With around 150,000 residents, it's large enough to stay active, but small enough that life never feels rushed. The historic district is laid out in a series of leafy public squares, so instead of concrete and traffic, your daily walks pass moss-covered oak trees, iron balconies, and buildings that have been standing for centuries. Housing remains relatively approachable compared to other cities this beautiful, with median home prices around $290,000 and average rent near $1,500 a month, which is part of why so many people have started paying attention to it. The job market is steady, supported by tourism, logistics through the Port of Savannah, education, and a growing creative scene, helped by the Savannah College of Art and Design. Unemployment stays close to 3%, which keeps things balanced without feeling overheated. What makes Savannah special isn't just how it looks, it's how it feels to live there. The pace is relaxed, conversations last longer than planned, and everyday routines come with a sense of atmosphere you don't usually notice until it's gone. Savannah isn't flashy or loud, it's quietly beautiful, and that understated charm is exactly why people fall for it. Number 1, Sedona, Arizona. Sedona feels less like a town and more like a place people end up in when life tells them to slow down. With fewer than 10,000 residents, it's small, quiet, and surrounded by red rock formations that make the entire landscape look unreal, especially at sunrise and sunset. The scenery isn't something you visit once and get used to, it keeps demanding your attention. Hiking trails start minutes from residential streets. The air feels cleaner, and the silence actually feels intentional instead of empty. Housing here is expensive, with median home prices around $900,000 and rent often close to $2,800 a month, which makes it clear that beauty at this level comes with a cost. But Sedona attracts a very specific kind of resident. People who value space, wellness, and environment over nightlife or scale. Tourism, art, wellness, and remote work drive the local economy, and unemployment stays low, hovering near 3%. What truly sets Sedona apart is how it affects daily life. Days feel slower, routines feel lighter, and even ordinary moments like driving to the store come with views that reset your perspective. Whether you believe in the area's famous energy vortexes or not, there's no denying that Sedona has a calming effect that few places can match. It's beautiful not just because of how it looks, but because of how it changes the way you live, and that's why it earns the top spot for Globe Wisp. These were some of the most beautiful places in the US where scenery isn't just something you visit, it's part of daily life. If this list changed how you think about where you want to live, like the video and subscribe for more stories like this on Globe Wisp.